All right. Before we move on to our other segments, we, of course, as usual, as we've had for the past 20 episodes or so, our weekly rant. And here's the weekly rant for episode 123 of Go Tell It to the Wall podcast. I actually don't have a ton this week, and it's something that I know bothers a lot of people out there because it's a common thing, and I've seen people posting about this. That's why I want to talk about it. I don't even get that ranty about it. I just want to use some common sense here. And that pertains to social media trolls. And not even just trolls. You all know what the social media trolls are, but just people on social media. And what I'm specifically talking about is there's a lot of people out there who don't understand that it's possible to scroll through a social media feed, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, whatever, and not have to engage with something that you disagree with. It's possible to do that. I think a lot of people out there don't realize that just because it's there and you're reading it doesn't mean you have to engage with that. Doesn't mean you need to start an argument or continue an argument. Most times people are starting arguments. It's amazing to me. And that's why I say not even just the trolls, because you expect that from trolls. And we get a lot of trolls here for Go Tell It to the Wall, and they comment on YouTube and get emails from people, and immediately you can tell. But I'm also talking about, like, your relatives out there. Let's say you have an aunt or an uncle who disagrees with something that you believe, or whatever it might be, especially politics. This is, a lot of times these days I'm talking about politics. What good is it going to do for you to comment and start an argument with another family member that's also public for everybody else in the world to see on a social platform? What good is that going to do you? There's literally no good that's going to come from that. Yes, I am all for voicing your opinion. I do it quite often. Anyone that knows me personally knows I'm pretty quick to voice my opinion. I tend to not be offensive because I'm just not an offensive person to begin with, and I'm not tooting my own horn. It's just, I don't really hate a lot of things outside of the Orange Menace and hateful people. And internet trolls, I do hate internet trolls. But you're not getting anything out of this. So if you're one of those people out there that's listening to this and you feel the need to engage every time, before you do, just set the phone down, or even don't even set it down. Just back it away from you a little, look at it, and say, what good is going to come of this? What is my end goal here? I think if people started looking at social media and what they're going to post and think about their end goal, especially when they're engaging with other people, you realize that you don't really have an end goal. You're just arguing for the sake of arguing. Scroll past it. Keep moving. And the thing is with that, it seems to me like a lot of people out there thrive off arguing. So maybe you're someone out there that enjoys this. But again, maybe just go argue with strangers. Do that. Don't cause rifts within your own family, your friends, whatever it might be, because no good is going to come of that. It's okay to disagree. I have close friends that I disagree with on certain things. I wouldn't call them serious fundamental life beliefs, but there are plenty of things that I disagree with friends on, and they are still friends. They're still friends. And the other thing is, most of these arguments are pointless. Not only because you're not changing anyone's mind, but, like I said, what are you getting out of it? What is your end game? Think about that. Think about that. And the main thing is, you're not changing anyone's mind, especially when it comes to certain things like politics. Especially in that case. And then there's plenty of other things out there that people argue about, and there's no purpose to that argument, because it's not important. I'm talking about pop culture stuff. People argue about movies, and that's, you want to have a debate about a film or something in pop culture. That's one thing. But let's not get nasty with it. And I'll tell you, I love a lot of these punk rock groups, these ska groups that I'm in, a bunch of fan pages and stuff. That's mainly what I use Facebook for on a personal level, is these groups. And I'm noticing even within these groups, there's all this arguing. One of the most ridiculous ones was people were arguing over what punk is today. In one of these groups I'm in. And I scrolled through it, and it started giving me a headache. Because I was like, all of you on here that are arguing what is punk rock, what is ska, this arguing is definitely not punk or ska. It's not. We're talking about an inclusive community. It doesn't matter what you listen to. You all band together around that common goal of we enjoy listening to music. In the end, it doesn't matter. It doesn't at all. And the bottom line there is just let it go. You're going to feel better if you're not starting these arguments, you're not getting involved in these arguments, you're going to feel much better from a mental health standpoint. I can guarantee you that. I'm talking about first-hand experience here. Someone who has a debilitating mental illness, step back from it. Let it go. Just like the freaking Frozen song that I have to hear 18 times a day because I have a 3-year-old at home. Let it go. And once more people learn to let it go, we can move past this pettiness. We can get along better as a society. And we can do better for one another and our families and our relatives and our friends and everyone else out there. So let's work toward that goal. Let's use social media in a positive way. Once we do that, we're all going to be in a better place.